Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to one of my favourite videos to film, the ultimate autumn capsule wardrobe. I was debating whether or not I was going to film this because I feel like they're pretty much the same year on year, but however you guys have spoken and I actually asked over on my Instagram if you would like to see an up-to-date version of my autumn wardrobe, and a lot of you said yes, absolutely. So I find these videos really easy to film because I literally walk into my wardrobe and I just grab the items that are my absolute essential go-to pieces, and that fundamentally is what a capsule wardrobe is all about. It's not your entire wardrobe. I'm not saying you need to devoid your wardrobe of colour or kind of more statement pieces, but these are the foundations, these are the building blocks of your wardrobes. These are just the essentials that I think everyone just needs in their wardrobe in order to create so many outfits during the autumn. And as I've mentioned before, it's all well and good having your statement pieces, but you need your regular boring basics to pair with them. And yes, individually these items might be boring, but you can always style them up and make them look that extra little bit special. So without further ado, I'm going to jump in and show you my personal ultimate autumn capsule wardrobe and my go-to pieces that I could not live without. Let's start off with a couple of absolute fundamental basics, a white tee and a black tee. I'm sure all of you have these in your wardrobes by now. Not going to spend too long babbling on about them, but my ultimate favourites are the Arket heavyweight t-shirts and the COS t-shirts. These are both of them. As you can see, the Arket t-shirts are more oversized and I'd say a little bit bigger and boxier. The COS t-shirts are more true to size. So yeah, it depends on your fit and your personal preference. Personally, if I had nothing in my wardrobe and I was starting my wardrobe from scratch, I say this all the time, and I could only afford, or I could only buy one thing, it would be the Arket white t-shirt. So if you're not sure which one to go for, personally I think Arket, but yeah, absolute essentials, and these make up the foundations of so many of my outfits. It's worth investing in good ones that aren't see-through and have a really nice fit. Now, as we are into the autumn now and approaching the colder months, especially in the UK, it's already feeling a little bit colder, then this is another essential, and that is fine knit tops. Now, you'll notice all of these are neutral, but I've thrown in a warm neutral with this camel colour because it's no good having a black and white wardrobe. We need some warmth and some colour in there too. So this is brilliant because it will pair not only with your creams and your whites, it will pair with your blacks as well. This looks lovely with a pair of black trousers, for instance, or black shorts and tights. It's a great all-rounder. Again, this, I'm pretty sure this is from Arket as well. Or is this one my H&M one? Nope, this is also Arket. So long sleeved, fine knit tops for the days that do feel a little bit cooler and a t-shirt just won't cut it. This one is my cream one from Forever New. I love this. It also has some gold buttons there as some further detail. And then I also have my black turtleneck from Mango. Now you'll notice these aren't heavy, thick jumpers. I feel like that's better sort of going into the winter. These are just a finer knit, so as I said, better for the cooler days but not the freezing cold days, but also great for layering. I do love how a turtleneck looks underneath a jumper. I love that vibe. Okay, so we have our tops sorted in our wardrobe. Now for cardigans. Autumn is definitely the ultimate cardigan season. As I said, 1 minute it's warm, then it's cold. You need your items that are good for layering. So in my opinion, I think if I was going to go for one cardigan, I'd make it black with gold buttons like this one. This one is from Forever New. However, come on, we need options, girlies, don't we? So I'd always recommend a couple. Now, you may prefer a striped cardigan, whatever works for you. A capsule wardrobe needs to work for you, and I am not one to stand here and tell you you need to go and buy all of these things if you're not actually going to reach for them. So as I've said, this is my capsule wardrobe. I'm sure in many other videos like this that you watch, you'll see perhaps a striped cardigan. Me personally, that's not something that I reach for. I much prefer something a little more plain. So I would be more inclined to reach for this one from, so this cardigan is from And Other Stories. I wear this all the time. My one kind of preference with cardigans though is that most of my cardigans are round necked. I'm not too much of a fan of a V-neck. I do have V-neck cardigans, but if I was starting my wardrobe from scratch, it would always be a round neck cardigan for me. Okay, speaking of jumpers, I thought I'd show you a couple of my kind of go-tos. Now, these I would say definitely more bordering on the late autumn going into winter. I'd say my jumpers like this tend to start coming out around October time when the temperature really drops, and then certainly into November and the run up to Christmas, but they're well worth grabbing now because the best jumpers do go, and these will see you right through to winter. Now again, not suggesting you need all of these, however, these are some of my favourites. Starting off with your classic cream. A cream jumper is just so timeless. I reach for cream knitwear all the time. It's just a little bit more warm than wearing perhaps a white t-shirt, but you could layer these on top of each other. I love how it looks when you see just a little peak of a t-shirt poking out underneath a round neck jumper like this. Really great for layering. This one is from H&M. Everything that I've mentioned that is available to shop, I will link in the description box below. However, as this is my capsule wardrobe, a lot of these items are older and I've had them in my wardrobe for years, so where that is the case, I will strive to always try and find similar and link it below. But this is actually new. I did actually upgrade from my other other cream jumper, so this is new and is available to shop now, so I'll definitely link this one. If you are more into your stripes, you may prefer a striped jumper over a plain cream one, so I did want to show you this one that I have. This one is from And Other Stories. As you'll see, it's also got a slightly higher neck. I think it's a really great idea in your capsule wardrobe. If you're going to have multiple colours of things, such as jumpers, have some variation in them so that you can create a slightly different look. So I have a couple of my favourite jumpers here that are high necked. This black one is a mohair jumper from H&M, and as you'll see, it's high necked. I love the look that a high neck jumper gives. I feel like it just looks a little bit more chic, just a little bit less casual. So that would be my advice. Make sure you're not just buying duplicates of items you already have. Try and switch up the variety in them. Make sure they look a little bit different. However, once I have those in my wardrobe, this would be my next go-to colour to pick up. A really good kind of camel tan coloured jumper. I love the warmth and vibrance and richness this brings to outfits. It's autumn all over, isn't it? This is like the pumpkin spice jumper, and I just think this screams autumn. So once I had those kind of basics in my wardrobe, if I was looking for gaps of what my wardrobe needed, it would be this. It would be this coloured jumper for my autumn capsule wardrobe for sure. Okay, moving on to bottoms. Let's talk jeans. Now for me, I have three absolute go-to pairs of jeans in the autumn. I have my off-white pair. They look quite white on camera. They are off-white. They're more of a cream. From New Look, these are their Hannah style jeans. These are great, particularly early to mid-autumn when I like to wear kind of light coloured base layers, so I really love wearing my lighter jeans with a white t-shirt, maybe paired with a blazer and some boots. I just love that vibe. These will probably end up going away towards the end of autumn, beginning of winter. However, they're still very much a staple for me for the majority of autumn. And then of course you need your classic blue pair. Now a lot of people tend to ask me about what shape of jeans. Personally, I think you can't go wrong with a straight leg jean. However, I do think it's personal preference on what suits your body type best. So be sure to have a play around with different jean types. Don't just buy a straight leg because I told you that that's in my wardrobe. Be sure to make sure your capsule wardrobe works for you. And then of course we need a classic pair of black jeans. These are a recent purchase and they have very quickly become one of my favourite pairs of jeans. These are from Mint Velvet. You can't go wrong with black in the autumn winter. Very practical, will go with everything that you can see on my rail here as well. So make sure you get a good pair of black jeans. Now a lot of people leave me messages under my videos asking about skinny jeans, so I thought I'd give a little bit of an insight as to where skinny jeans kind of fall in my wardrobe. Now for me, and I know a lot of other people, a pair of black skinny jeans is actually pretty classic to me. However, I don't wear them like I would these jeans, so my rule for wearing skinny jeans and not having them look sort of outdated for me is I treat my black jeans like my black leggings. I only wear them with knee-high boots tucked in. I don't like how they look with trainers, I don't like how they look with short ankle boots, so that is how I kind of go about wearing skinny jeans this time of year. However, I've not included them in my capsule wardrobe because, as I said, I can't wear them with every single pair of shoe that you're seeing down here, but I just wanted to give a heads up as to how I do incorporate them, because I know some of you notice that I do still wear my black skinny jeans, but yes, that's how I wear them, and that's why they're not featuring in this video. As well as jeans, another super important part of my capsule wardrobe are my tailored trousers. I love reaching for a pair of tailored trousers. I feel like sometimes when you're not in the mood to wear jeans or you want your outfits to feel slightly more elevated, going for a pair of tailored trousers over jeans can sometimes do the trick. Don't just think of tailored trousers as being part of your workwear wardrobe. You can really kind of dress these down and make them look casual, pair them with trainers, oversized knitwear, and they give such a lovely vibe to an outfit. If I had no tailored trousers in my wardrobe, these would be the first two colours that I would purchase. A really nice light pair of cream coloured ones. I wear these all the time. These are from Zara. They're no longer online or in stock. I've had these honestly for about 3 years, but Abercrombie do some super similar. And then these are from Abercrombie, my tan tailored trousers. So I'm pretty sure they still have these. So I will link these down below. So speaking of bottoms, I feel like it's only right I give a mention to the maxi satin skirt. This has definitely become a wardrobe staple for me. Now I would say that I'm a little bit of a collector, let's say, of satin skirts, and I really love my cream one, I've got a chocolate brown one, I've got a khaki green one. However, I'm not saying that those are a necessity for your capsule wardrobe. That's just kind of an expansion of it. However, I think it's really good to have a good black satin skirt in the wardrobe. You can wear them for work, you can wear them casually, pop your Ugg boots on with them, wear them in the house, elasticated waist, really easy to style, and personally my favourite kind of skirt for a capsule wardrobe. Now something else that I just had to include in this was a knit dress. Now I would specify this by saying a fine knit dress, something a little bit like this. This is from Mint Velvet. Again, I will link this in the description box because this was a recent purchase. However, I do have a couple of dresses similar to this, but I think a good neutral fine knit dress is so good to have in the wardrobe to wear with your boots. Oh, I just love it. Now as we kind of progress into the winter, you may want to change up your fine knit dresses for something thicker, heavier, a thick roll neck knitted dress maybe, but for the autumn this is perfect. Okay guys, let's move on to blazers. Blazers are honestly probably my bread and butter of my wardrobe. If I don't know what to wear, I will think of one of my blazers that I love and I'll build the outfit out around that, and that's just how I work. It's one of my favourite things to wear, so I'm going to show you 3 that I would say are my absolute must-haves for the autumn. I'd say the autumn winter, but particularly the autumn, but I am guilty of just wearing my blazers all year round. So starting off with my black blazer. Now this is my classic black blazer from SLA, the label. I prefer my blazers to have more of an oversized boxier fit as opposed to a slim tailored fit. So you'll notice these blazers are slightly on the more oversized kind of fit, and that's just how I like them. But obviously tailor that to however you like your blazers to fit. And then another blazer I think is really good to have in the autumn is a really good beige blazer such as this one. I've had this one for a few years now from Anina Bing, but you can usually pick them up in this colour from the high street, from Zara, H&M, Mango. You can usually find a good one in this colour. I would say these are my absolute staples, but if we're thinking of autumn in particular, this would be my favourite. So this is my gorgeous brown houndstooth blazer, and honestly this is another like absolute go-to for me for autumn. If I'm unsure of what to wear, I think about this blazer and all of the amazing autumnal outfits that I can build around it. So you'll notice, unlike the plain blazers, if I bring it in, you can see the houndstooth detail and the rich brown colour. Again, such a great colour for the autumn. So as I said, specifically when we're talking autumn capsule, this is my favourite. This one is actually a recent purchase from Mango. I did have one very similar to this actually. It's not actually on my rail. I did have one very similar, but I wanted to get this one because capsule wardrobe items, I can never have enough of them. I just love them. So yeah, I will link this down below. Okay guys, let's move on to the coats and jackets. I've picked my top 3 when it comes to autumn. First of all, absolutely no surprise to anyone, would have to be my trench coat. A trench coat is one of the most classic timeless pieces in your wardrobe, and this is probably one of my most favourite pieces in my entire wardrobe, and that is my Burberry trench coat. I just adore this. Now obviously this one is a little bit more on the pricier, high-end scale when it comes to cost. Now I'm not saying that you need to have a Burberry trench in your wardrobe. High street will do just fine, but what I will say is that if you are in the market for upgrading items in your wardrobe, the first place to look is your capsule wardrobe, your capsule pieces, the pieces that you know you will reach for and get the wear out of, because then the cost per wear can justify spending a little bit more on something. So for me it was a no-brainer. I really wanted to invest in a really gorgeous trench coat because, as I said, I wear them all the time, and a Burberry trench coat was on my wish list for many years. So yeah, no regrets at all about purchasing this. So if you are on the fence and you're not sure about a perhaps more expensive or designer purchase, then ask yourself what the cost per wear is going to be, and then it's justified. It's girl math, it's practically free, you know? And then another couple of jackets that I feel like are well worth having in your wardrobe, first of all, is a cropped tailored jacket like this. A little bit more smart. You don't have to have one with sort of like the gold buttons here like I have had here. However, I think it's good. It's a really good alternative that isn't as casual as a trench coat and not as casual as the leather jacket that I'm about to show you. Again, these can also be very trend led. I think the one I have here, the one I have from here is just H&M. Very classic, plain, neutral, gold buttons, but you can really have fun with your tailored jackets. I think it's always good to have something like this in the wardrobe, but there are loads on the market at the minute in all different colours, so I will definitely be buying sort of alternatives to this over the year, and maybe next year when I film this video I'll be holding up a different jacket. But by the by, it's definitely worth having a good cropped tailored jacket in the wardrobe. And then finally, I couldn't not mention my beloved leather jackets. Now anybody that watches my videos, you will know I do have a little bit of a, I don't want to call it a problem, I call it a passion for leather jackets. I just can't help myself. If I see that cool new leather jacket, I just need it. However, I will say that I don't actually buy leather jackets kind of from the high street anymore. I always go vintage. I find that number one, it's more ethical. Number two, you actually get different looking jackets that don't look like every other jacket everyone else wears. I adore this. It looks like I stole it from like my boyfriend's wardrobe. It's oversized, it's very cool. But yeah, I would recommend shopping on places such as ASOS Marketplace. They have access to really good vintage outlets, and that is actually where I bought this leather jacket from, and also my brown one. So yeah, my advice would be leather jackets. Ditch the Zara leather jackets. I know it's controversial for an influencer to say, but ditch them, trust me. Go vintage and you will not regret it. Shall we talk shoes? Because I feel like, I mean, I've mentioned this before, I love the autumn, I love the autumn winter when it comes to fashion, but I do really love the footwear in the autumn as well. So, how many pairs of shoes do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of shoes here. So, let's dive in. Starting off with a good pair of neutral trainers. Now obviously I'm holding up the Adidas Sambas that are currently a kind of on-trend trainer, aren't they? However, they still fit the bill for being a capsule wardrobe piece because they're neutral. I can wear them with everything that I have pointed out here, so I love them. However, you do not have to go down the more sort of trendy route. I'm sort of just ticking 2 boxes here with these. I do love them. I have the Sambas in multiple colours. I just really love them. So a neutral pair of trainers, I'd say, is an all-round, an all-year staple, not just for autumn. So yeah, make sure you have your neutral trainers. I would then suggest a good pair of flats. Now these ones that I'm showing you here are from H&M. Again, neutral colour, but whatever works for you. So you may prefer black, you may prefer brown. I like something like this that has the black on the end as well and the neutral, because they kind of go with all looks and cover all bases. Now if you work in an office, then you'll definitely want to include these in your capsule wardrobe. For me personally, I don't include these in mine, but they're such a good staple shoe for many people that I do want to include them, and that is a good pair of loafers. These are from Flattered. Now I do actually really love these loafers because they're very understated, very plain, and if I did still work in an office or I was commuting every day, then I know full well I would be reaching for these all the time because they're just so practical. When it's raining and it's cold outside, you don't always want to be wearing ballet flats, you know, you're not always going to be wanting to wear suede shoes, whereas loafers are super practical. Autumn is my favourite time of year because I can bring out the knee-high boots again. A pair of knee-high boots, one of my favourite shoes to wear. Is it because they resemble riding boots and I'm a horse rider? Maybe, who knows? But I love these. These ones are from Massimo Dutti, and to be honest, again, I'm a little bit of a collector of knee-high boots. There's a lot of boots that I could have pulled out to show you, but I thought I'd show you these because they are so classic, really classic in shape, flat boot. They've got the gold buckle there at the top, which just gives them a little bit of something. So yeah, definitely get yourselves a good pair of black classic, I'm going to call them riding boots. They're not really riding boots, but riding style of boots. And then for my 5th pair of shoes, I have to mention a good pair of ankle boots. But as you can see with these ankle boots, they have got a little heel because they just add a bit of a different vibe. Now, again, I'm a collector of boots. I would have boots like this in all colours, but I wanted to show you a bit of different colour to the regular black and show you mine in brown. I love these brown suede ones. They go really nicely with the more warmer tones in the wardrobe. I think it's really good if you find that you're struggling when it comes to footwear, maybe just have a look at the tones that you've got in your wardrobe versus your footwear. If you have footwear that is just all black, it will kind of contrast and look a little bit odd with warmer toned clothes. So if you're wearing a lot of cream and maybe some tan and brown, these kind of rich caramel colours, then the black might look a little bit harsh with it, but brown will just complement it. So yeah, a good brown pair of ankle boots, a definite winner. And that is it, guys. That is everything I would include in my ultimate autumn capsule wardrobe. Now, I haven't included things like accessories like belts and bags because I wear my belts and my bags all year round, literally all year round. Whereas a lot of these I think are very specific to coming out in the autumn winter time. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you found it useful. As always, I'll try and link everything down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this video by leaving a comment or a little thumbs up. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.